Hello guys, welcome back. We are now going to dive into our next segment. We just got done talking about what the USWN players are doing, how they're doing before the World Cup. We're now going to dive into our next segment where we're going to talk about Italy being crowned Women's Gymnastics European Team Champions. This was very fun to watch, I'll say. Very fun to see the stats and everything, and I will warn you, there's a lot of numbers I'm going to go over, so just bear with me a little bit. So, Italy rounded out a storming European Gymnastics Championships in front of an adoring home crowd by wrestling back their women's team title from defending champions Great Britain at the Fiera Rimini Arena on Sunday, May 5th. The Italian side of Elisa Iorio, Alice D'Amato, Manila, I believe that's how you say it, I'm so sorry, Esposito, and Angela Andreoli, minus the injured Asia D'Amato, who was carried off with a leg injury on day one, secured an all-around total across the four apparatus with a score of 161.162 points. Great Britain, meanwhile, claimed silver courtesy of Becky Downey, who achieved the same result with the 2010 team, which was Georgia May Fenton, Abby Martin, Ruby Evans, and Alice Kinsella. The quintet scored 162 points there. Meanwhile, the competition for the final spot was between Romania and France, with the host of the Olympic Games Paris 2024 starting July 26, coming out on top, scoring 158.796 points to 156.397 points, and that's a third women's team title for Italy. But if they thought Great Britain would easily give up their history-making gold from 2023, in which they claimed the title for the first time, then the home nation would rudely be awakened by the first rotation. The Great Britain performed outstanding vaults with minimal form deductions to take an early lead of 41.832 to 41.2232. Meanwhile, on bars, Romania and France both started nervously with a big error from Amelia Ghigourda, followed by a fall from Laurette Sharpie, respectively, but it would be those two nations that would vie for the bronze medal throughout. The second apparatus for the leading two was bars, with Italy's Alice D'Amato holding the crowd spellbound with her flawless performance to secure 14.566 to a rapturous roar. Becky Downey was up next for Great Britain and went clean through her super difficult routine to score 14.633 to keep the Brits on the team term that was like two T's at once, it was very confusing, on team terms on 83.997 to Italy's 84.231. A fall by Romania's Anna Barboso and the same by France's Morgan Osisic Reimer on beam kept the dueling nations neck and neck, both on 77.498 heading into the third round. And I will say it's never fun to watch someone fall, but because both of them did, it kind of made it more interesting and more competitive in a way. The third rotation then, and the first blink on beam between the teams in first and second, was Angela Andreoli of Italy, who was up first on the likely title deciding apparatus, performing a stunning routine up until coming off on a flick layout to score 12.566. Georgia May Fenton also came undone, falling on her mount, but gathered herself up to continue cleanly through the rest of the routine for 11.9 points. Manila Esposito, the woman of the championships, wanted that fourth gold medal and made sure to stay on beam with that thought in mind. Not only did she stay on, but she performed a sensational crowd enchanting routine for 13.966, and it really was a beautiful routine. Italy took a commanding lead by more than 2 marks heading into the final rotation, the floor exercise, in which they had the newly crowned European champion Esposito and bronze medalist Angela Andreoli. Despite some sensational performances from Great Britain on floor, including from 16-year-old Abby Martin and Ruby Evans, the Great Britain team secured silver, and they were pleased with their day's work, and I would be too. I also wanted to emphasize that Abby Martin is 16 years old. I didn't say that before, and that is so insane to me that she's 16 years old and competing at this level. Becky Downey commented, "I'm super proud of the team today and personally so happy to have put the big routine out there and get the score for these amazing girls. We couldn't have done much more as a team today. To see how Abby and Ruby in particular performed in their first Europeans was incredible. It felt like we're in a really good place as a team, and I'm super excited to see what might come for the summer." So then Meg Van Anken Aiken of France, meanwhile, performed a floor routine that had her teammates jumping up and down with excitement, while Romania's Sabrina Meneka-Voinia, the silver medalist on the apparatus the day before, again performed beautifully to put Romania ahead of the French by the smallest of margins. And I mean smallest of margins. It was 116.798 to 116.494. And it really was just the vault to come after this. So vault champion Colleen de Villard was able to score highly again on her favorite apparatus to finally secure the final podium place for the soon-to-be Olympic host. I'm so sorry, guys. I just spit everywhere. That was really gross. Anyway, Italy blew the house down with another rendition of their buoyant national anthem that had the arena rocking as they signed off the championships in style, having secured 8 gold medals, 6 silver, and 2 bronze, with Manila Esposito alone claiming half of those titles, which is absolutely insane. That's crazy. Coach Enrico Casella commented, "For the Olympics, we will see what Asia D'Amato's situation is like, whether the injury is small or big. In any case, we will have these 5 girls," and she's referring to Asia D'Amato, Alice D'Amato, Manila Esposito, Elisa Iorio, Angela Andreoli. And in addition, we have 3 more at home: Martina Maggio, Georgia Villa, and Vanessa Ferrari. From those 8, I will have to choose the 5 who participate in the Olympic Games. I would say that the shortlist is now restricted to these 8 athletes. We hope to have them all available and ready to work when we are in July. Fingers crossed for that. The choice will not be easy for me. So here are all the individual scores of each competitor. So this is like the women's all around. Okay, so for the women's individual all-around final, the top 2 competitors are from Italy, as you can see, which really helped the team come on top, obviously. I'm so sorry. I cannot pronounce names sometimes. It's so bad. I am very sorry. I apologize. Manila Esposito placed first with a score of 55.432 points, and Alice D'Amato placed second with a score of 54.831 points. Alice Kinsnell from Great Britain placed third with a score of 53.599. Sabrina Meneka-Voinia from Romania placed fourth with a score of 52.7 points. Alba Petisco from Spain placed fifth with a score of 52.699. Georgia May Finton from Great Britain placed sixth with a score of 52.665. Morgan Alsisic Reimer from France placed seventh with a score of 52.432. Lilia Kosman from Romania placed 8th with a score of 52.366. And Chesko Sekli from Hungary placed 9th with a score of 52.032. And lastly, Melise Brazart from Belgium placed 10th with a score of 51.932. And then here are the individual event results. For the women's vault, here are the top 3. Colleen de Villard from France placed first with a score of 13.866. Valentina Georgieva from Bulgaria placed second with a score of 13.799. And in third place with a score of 13.66 was Ming van Aken from France. For the women's uneven bars, Aken placed first with 14.6. Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Alice D'Amato placed first with 14.6. I'm so sorry. I read that they're on top of each other, okay? I'm sorry about that. And then we had Elisa Iorio from Italy placing 14.366 points at second place. And then Georgia May Finton from Great Britain had a score of 13.9 and placed third. For the women's beam, Manila Esposito from Italy placed first with a score of 14.4. Sabrina Meneka-Voinia placed second with a score of 14.66. And in third was Maureen Boyer from France with a score of 14.033. Lastly, for exercise, Manila Esposito placed fourth with a score of 13.833. Sabrina Meneka-Voinia placed second with a score of 13.7. And in third, Angela Andreoli from Italy finished with a score of 13.666. I would like to point out that, like I said, Esposito was really dominating the competition, and you can see here, on beam and floor, she was in first place. She really did help out Italy a lot. I think a lot of her performance contributed to their win for sure. And you can see throughout all of these, except for the vault, the uneven bars, beam, and floor, Italy is clearly doing very, very well. So it was, I'm not gonna say obvious that they came in on top, but in some way there's like no question about it. Like it made sense. Like it was very much like almost predictable. I don't want to say that it was predictable because like you really never know with gymnastics because scores always like can be subjective and all that. But it very much makes sense that they ended up coming on top, obviously. So then here are the team's final scores. So Italy placed first, like I said, with a score of 164.162. Great Britain came in second at 162.162. France came in third at 158.796. Romania came in fourth at 156.397. Spain came in fifth at 153.962. Germany came in sixth at 152.93. The Netherlands came in seventh at 149.563. And lastly, Sweden came in eighth at 148.596. So this was a really good competition. A lot of people were very elegant, beautiful, and precise with their movements. It was very interesting to watch. So we're now going to dive into women's college track and field. Before we do so, we're going to be taking a very short break. So I will see you guys very soon.